Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome back. We're here for the HoloNet news today.
Yay!
This is, in fact, the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders.
In case there's any confusion.
Yeah. It's the hat. It's a new hat. Or I'm actually...
It's electrifying.
It's very bright in here.
You look whiter than me, dude.
I know. Well, you got to see my new setup.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, what am I going to do with this old TV that I have? Oh, I know. I'll replace it with the monitor in my office.
Oh, wow.
So now this is all just computer lighting.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, even your wife's like, you're so bright.
Yeah.
Now, does
it's
she
because I've been gaming a lot. That's what it is.
See, I was going to ask if she meant intellectually or visually, because she could just be giving you a compliment. You're so bright.
There's no compliment.
All right, well, it is a HoloNet news episode. It is November, and that can only mean one thing.
It's almost Life Day.
It's almost Life Day.
I need to go find a good bottle of scotch in my robe and watch all those wonderful commercials broken up by that really bad teleplay.
So good. Oh, it is so good. You know what? I'm going to sit down and watch it on the 19th and just remember the fun we had
yeah.
at last year's. It seems weird it was a whole year ago.
I know, it's crazy.
This went
It was
really
a lot of
fast.
fucking fun, though.
I had a great time. Anytime we can get together is a good time, in my opinion. But doubly because we could, we were joined by Colin, who's a great man, and then also we got to watch a kick-ass fucking painful holiday special.
Oh, I was thinking it's because we got super drunk and cried a little bit. Yeah, that was fun too, hanging out with people
Definitely
and stuff.
But also today, so Wookiee Life Day is coming up. For those of you who don't know, it is on the 17th, so watch the holiday special or find it.
It's not that hard to find. Go on YouTube. Just minimize us.
Yeah. I mean, not now.
No, not now.
While you're rewatching us later.
It'd be horrible. But, who knows? They might want to play last year's as a running commentary.
Oh, shit.
Alongside it, but I don't think you can do that with YouTube. I don't know.
With the YouTube
technology is stupid.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can because I'm actively watching many different porn channels right now. Like while we're streaming live. So
see, I'm old school. I still use DVDs.
I've got magazines right in my lap and I'm just flipping jugs.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a word. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but jugs. I don't feel like anyone calls them jugs anymore.
It is a shame. It is quite a shame.
Like it was like there was a time when, I don't know, it was like late 70s, early 80s where boobies were called jugs by some people. Huh.
There were a lot of great names. Wabos. Bazongas. The list goes on.
Dude, I love bazongas. That's a great one. Okay, so we're not here to talk about booze. We're here to talk about Star Wars, and more importantly,
the next best thing.
It's true, actually. Okay, so I was watching just now Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I don't know why I prefaced it with Star Wars because it's just Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Because it's Veterans Day in the U.S. and I always watch some war movie on Veterans Day. Fun Bags, Jana, that's a good one. Flapjacks.
Oh,
I like flapjacks.
I mean, that's totally a thing, but not a good one.
No. Flappy. So I was watching Rogue One because it's both a war movie and because we have our Star Wars show today, I thought it was, fitting. And I have to tell you, that show, like, it gets better. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't get worse. I can watch Solo and Rogue One over and over again. If it's just like a lazy day, I'm laying down on the couch, my new puppy's laying on my chest, snoozing away, and I'm watching. She's adorable, dude. Oh, I can't wait for you to meet her.
I'm gonna fucking eat her, probably.
So cute. Careful, her teeth. I already have scars on my hands.
Awesome.
But she was just snoozing away on my lap, and I'm just enjoying Rogue One. It is so goddamn good. I've watched Rogue One and Solo more in like a month, I would say, than I've watched The Last Jedi since I bought it. Like, that's bananas to me. I can't sit through that, but these other two, like, I'm in. Oh, it's just so goddamn good. I just love it. I don't understand why they're so good and the other isn't. Like, I just can't take it. It is so good, though. Oh, shit. Are you frozen? You look like you're high in this screen, and you're frozen. Okay, I'm going to hope that he comes back while I continue to gush. About Rogue One. I've got to get that off the screen, though, because we don't want to see that. That just makes it bigger. That's like our conversation. You totally don't want to see our conversation. I'm just going to turn that off really quick. Okay, so hopefully Cameron was saying that he was experiencing some Skype issues, so that may persist. But I'm going to go on anyway because we're professionals and we must. So speaking of Rogue One, let's talk about this, which is, oh yeah, it's announced. Cassian Andor is live action TV show. How awesome is this? I couldn't believe this. Now, I heard some people were saying that they had heard about rumors that this was going to happen. And I never really expected, I never even thought I wanted a Cassian. Like, to be fair, I was just watching Rogue One, as I just said. Great character. The actor is fantastic in the role. The role is integral to the story. And it's set up, where he's like this, like, murderer at the very beginning of Rogue One. And you never really think that this guy would be the guy to deserve his own series until I heard it announced that it was going to happen. And now I'm excited as hell. So the setup of this, I'm going to go to the website really quick here, is that it's a rousing spy thriller which will explore tales filled with espionage and daring missions to restore hope to a galaxy in the grip of a ruthless empire. So, and we already know that he's not beyond, come on back when you can, Cameron, if you can restart it. We know he's not beyond murdering people, even supposed allies, because at the very beginning of Rogue One, he's getting information, and immediately, as soon as shit hits the fan, he shoots the dude in the back. Like, he has no problem with that. And then, when they're ready to actually start the infiltration mission to Scarif, and they're at Yavin, he was telling them that, look, I've done a lot of horrible things for the rebellion. Things that I have to tell myself it's for the better good, because I want to forget them. They're so bad. That is what this whole show is going to be about. Those things that were terrible. And it really makes you stop and think about the direction of the Disney Plus streaming service. Because, like, this was supposed to be a Disney thing. In my head, Disney is like PG-13 straight across the board. And though I think Rogue One was PG-13, even though there's backstabbing murder, I don't know. I almost kind of want it not to be PG-13, but I do love that dark tone that this series would take. And to see how, and I'm excited to see how they're going to skirt that that line, between PG-13 and rated R and stuff. Oh, don't say as well. No, I don't think, Janet, it's going to be, I think it's supposed to be live action. Yeah, it's a second Star Wars live action series. So The Mandalorian is the first live action Star Wars series, which is going to be next year starting. And then the year after is when supposedly this new one is going to come out because they're starting production next year. So who knows how long it's going to run or if they have a set series. But the more I start thinking about what this could include, it's everything from Star Wars Rebels, the animated series. Like, there could be parallel storylines between that, but in live action. because that show, especially in that final season of Rebels, season 4, it continually referenced like Mon Mothma, for example, other Rebel factions. It included Saw Gerrera. So everything that was before Rogue One, where we first met Diego Luna's character, Cassian Andor, and I don't know, it's a really exciting proposition. So Jenna is saying that the new graphics in the cartoons are horrible. I think they're great for the spaceships. I don't really like them for the people, and I'm not really digging the stories anyway. So I can forgive really bad graphics or really bad visuals if the story's at least good. But that's where I'm really struggling. And that's where there's such a huge disconnect right now. Because right now, the only active Star Wars that we have on TV is Star Wars Resistance. And it's sort of shitting the bed, in my opinion. So if that's what Disney is putting out right now, and, you know, we supposedly have The Mandalorian, which is going to be fantastic if our hopes and dreams in these producers and directors are fulfilled, because quite frankly their other work is amazing, but everyone has to have bad work sometime in their life. I'm just hoping it's not this. So I don't see any reason why this would be bad, but it's definitely supposed to be live action at this point. At least that's what the news release is, and I have no reason to doubt that at all. It does make me excited for the Disney Plus streaming service to know that it isn't just going to be kid fare, that it is going to have some serious dramas, and in this case, spy thrillers. And we've never seen a Star Wars spy thriller before. I really like that they're taking this genre approach to these different types of shows. Again, Rogue One, very much a war movie, and like a depressingly sad war movie at that. Han Solo was very much a sort of cowboy adventure, which was great for what it was. But if we're going to dive into a series, which is a 10-hour-long movie, essentially, and if it's all going to be following one genre, like The Mandalorian is supposed to be like a Western gunslinger, which awesome. This is supposed to be a spy thriller, which awesome. Let's see if we can get Cameron back here. I'm just really stoked that this is even a possibility. And if we can get Cameron here, let's see what he has to say about it.
Okay, are we still filleting Rogue One?
Yes.
Good. I love Rogue One.
Not just Rogue One, but also the promise of this. Cassian Andor in the new Cassian Andor.
Yes. Holy shit.
Or Diego Luna. Yeah.
Like, I'm totally fine with them milking the shit out of one of their best movies.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like probably the best new property they have. So just milk away.
So what do you think that they'll bring in the droid? I'm
BB-8?
No. Oh, that would be fucking horrible if Poe Dameron showed up in this. He'd be a kid. Ugh. No. Cassian's droid. Fuck. What is that droid's name? Why do I not remember? Oh my gosh, I gotta look this up. I was just watching it too.
Hey, are we here?
Yeah. Oh, you were starting to break up again. Oh no, it's coming in and out, man. So I was talking about K2SO with Alan Tudyk.
Okay. Think I'm back?
Yeah, I think you're back.
Okay, I'm back. God damn it. Okay. I hate Skype.
So do you think, like, they haven't announced it, but do you think Alan Tudyk's going to come back as K2SO?
I would hope so.
Like, that would be a pretty big get.
Yeah, as long as they got BB-8, I'm on board.
You think they're going to have BB-8 in this?
Well, it's his astromech. Why wouldn't they?
No. Cassian Andor, not Poe Dameron.
Never mind. What the fuck am I? Holy shit. Sorry. Yeah, long fucking day. Yes, that guy, that K2SO. Holy shit. Yep. We're on the same page now. I would hope so.
So this is a Star Wars podcast, people.
Yes. I have totally seen a Star Wars before.
Jan in the chat room is saying that she is not a fan of the graphics and cartoons that are happening right now. And so she was a little concerned that this would be a cartoon. But no, this is in fact live action.
No, it's live action.
And it's a spy thriller. Like, this is cloak and dagger shit.
This is great because we're getting the spy thriller with this. And we're getting, like, what I'm hoping is like the Walker Texas Ranger with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it's going to be.
Like, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, it's like a lone gunman sort of Western feel. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because we got some new photos from the set and stuff. And I want to talk about some rumors a little bit with that show too. So maybe we should move on since this is the only information we have about this so far that it's happening. And let's see what's next here on our docket. I got to actually hit the right keys though.
Yes, right keys usually help.
Why is this not working?
There we go. Having issues today.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, this is one that I barely found out about when doing the note list for the show.
Did you watch the Lego series that was just out, the Freemaker Adventures?
No, I don't have Disney, so I keep holding out because I'm like, fuck, just maybe someday they're gonna release Disney Plus, and then I can watch all this shit without having to have like 30 different subscriptions to things.
It'd be nice.
It would be. Disney.
Come on, Disney. What the
fucking bastards.
Man. I mean, I can't complain too much because they keep releasing their copyright hold on our videos. Which is nice.
That's true.
So thank you.
That is true.
Thank
you, Disney. But goddamn it, get off your ass and open up Plus.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got to happen next year because that's when The Mandalorian's starting. That'd be shit if they release The Mandalorian on like Disney, some other Disney streaming service, like their online stuff that you can subscribe to through cable networks or through like Apple TV or YouTube TV, but they don't release it as a standalone streaming service. Like, I'd be pissed because then I'd have to subscribe to a fucking cable package.
Yeah, especially because that shit's like $40 a month.
I mean, I would do it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't,
but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Fucking pissed.
We need our fix, man. Yeah, I never watched any of the Freemaker Adventures. Like, I played the Lego games and they're fun, but I could never really get into the visuals. I'm a canon junkie when it comes to Star Wars, unless it's over the top funny, like Robot Chicken or something, or Family Guy. Then I'll watch it. But like just the sort of aside Lego stuff, I don't care about.
I dug the Yona Chronicles. Like, those were fun.
I never played that.
But that was like the last time I watched a Lego show.
Oh, that was a show? I thought it was just a game.
No, it was one of their packages that came out on Blu-ray. Not only bought it because it came with a little mini thing, but then I watched it and enjoyed it.
So wait, was that a Lego property?
Well, it was Lego and Disney. It's just like this stuff.
I didn't know that. Yeah. What era was it in? Was it like Rebellion era or?
I don't remember. I think it was Clone Wars era. Yeah, it's been years since.
Sorry, I didn't even know it existed, so I thought it was just a video game I saw once. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, they've already released a ton of these on the Disney YouTube channel, in the same way that they did the Forces of Destiny series. So I suspect this is probably just going to be like Forces of Destiny, where it's just a few one-offs in a couple different season packages, and then that'll be it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just little 5-minute shorts that are just fun and stupid and Legos, so...
maybe I'll check it out.
It's always nice.
Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe they'll leak some information through it that they won't think anyone will pay attention to but me. They're speaking directly to me. Like the Beatles were to Manson. Yeah. I need to start a cult. Who's got a wrench? Anyone? I need some space.
I've got a bottle of ranch.
That'll do!
Let's do this shit.
It's happening. Okay, so next, I want to talk about this. I keep hitting the wrong doggone buttons. I want to talk about this. So Jon Favreau released some set photos via his Instagram. I need to start following people on Instagram so I can see these when they are first released. Me too. But George Lucas came on set. And obviously, I don't know why he's like lighting the table with his phone. I think he must be showing off that bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, it's a Skywalker wine.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, I'd be fucking showing it off too.
Yeah, it's just a weird framing of a photo, I think. But
whatever. I think George Lucas kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm
gonna go out on a limb and say I think he knows how.
I'm judging his cinematography after he fucking created this series that inspired us to actually do this show and our childhoods. Okay, so good point, taken well. Do you think he's gonna direct one of these episodes?
I mean, wonder if that.
What are the chances?
Happen. Like, I mean, He probably could, because they're giving Favreau a lot of freedom with this stuff. And, I mean, it doesn't necessarily go against anything, at least as far as I'm aware.
Like, he comes to the set.
He's on board. He's a big fan of it so far. So,
like, clearly maybe. It seems he is. What if season 2, he gets like a 3 episode arc? God damn it, that would be so
hopefully
cool.
It's not all CGI.
They bring back fucking Jar Jar.
I'd allow it.
But I'm excited because it's in this type of a format that we could actually see George Lucas return to Star Wars in his own weird, quirky Star Wars way.
Yeah.
Like those episodes in the Clone Wars where Yoda actually discovers how to tap in and become one with the Force were some of the greatest episodes, in my opinion. Like, I just loved it. Like his input on Rebels, while he still had input on Rebels, presumably through the planning phases. I don't know if you could hear my dogs are barking at something. Like it was awesome.
Hey, at least it's not my ferrets this time.
What's that?
At least it's not my ferrets this time.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually they're the ones with something to say.
Well, my dog Minnie hates my puppy Freya. Hates her. Like from day one, came into the house. She wants nothing to do with her, and Freya wants nothing but a friend to play with. And so she's always kind of going up to Minnie, and Minnie's like, rah, like trying to chase her away. It doesn't work. 2 minutes later, she comes back. Oh,
it's gonna be great when she's bigger than her.
Yeah. You don't want to play with me now? Suffer. Yeah, so I'm excited about the possibility of him, but he also released some really great photos like this.
Yeah.
Callback imagery. Like, this is
fucking
straight up
ice cream maker.
Empire Strikes Back shit. Like,
and that's so beautiful too.
So awesome. I don't suspect the character. I can't remember his name. You would know.
Wilro Hood.
Yeah, I can't imagine he would appear, but just the idea that they have.
Oh my god, I would have
set.
a heart attack if he did.
He survived.
He was just like running behind the scenes somewhere. Yeah, would die.
Did you ever see Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon series?
No.
Brilliant series. If you're ever into just watching a really great cartoon series, it's one of the best, in my opinion. So there's this ongoing joke throughout the entire series. It's like 4 seasons of this guy who brings cabbages. He farms cabbages and brings them to different cities all around this world. And the heroes of this show always, like, through their misadventures and trouble, fuck up his cabbage cart. And so he's always yelling, "My cabbages!" as they like go rolling down a hill, or the cart gets blown up or whatever. It would be really funny if it was an ongoing thing of like this guy just grabbing his ice cream maker and running out through the frame through the whole series.
That'd be pretty rocking.
Some random shit in the background. My ice cream. It's weird, but I just like that he's taking callbacks. He clearly cares. This is like insider Star Wars shit. This is some meta shit. You gotta love Star Wars. And this, talking about Wookiee Life Day.
Oh yeah, that I remember the first time I saw that, I about fell out of my fucking chair at work laughing. I made my buddy stop work and be like, "Dude, look what they did! Look what they did!
It's real." So, can you explain to the folks who may not know what this is or have never seen the holiday special what this is?
Okay, so this is actually the weapon that Boba Fett was brandishing in the holiday special cartoon, which, if you don't feel like watching the holiday special, you can actually, if you got the last Blu-ray release of the Star Wars saga, I think it was on Empire. In the special features, they have a little, like, they actually play the cartoon in its entirety.
Oh,
but yeah,
really?
That's the weapon that he had. So it's like, Life Day. This is great.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's fucking beautiful.
It looks
like,
great.
I want to build that.
It looks very steampunk.
Yeah.
Like those lines, I mean, it's very, like, 18th century sci-fi.
It totally looks like something a Mandalorian would be sporting.
Gosh,
so
I'm so excited. Yeah. This is going to be such a great show. Do you think there's going to be any purple dinosaurs? The
I fucking hope so. Like, at least off in the background.
So for those of you who don't know, Boba Fett actually rode a purple dinosaur.
Fuck yes, he did.
It wasn't Barney.
And he would smack the shit out of it too.
It's so weird. Crazy, crazy stuff, man. But just to show, like, this guy loves this series. He's taking care. You got the creator of this entire universe signed on. You've got amazing directors signed on to direct. This is just gonna fan service all the way. This is gonna be fan service all the way. I cannot wait. Okay, and I only wanted to do this because I wanted to call up. In the last shot that we know of, and this is the synopsis that he tweeted out about what it's going to be. I'm really excited for this. This is going to be so good. I wanted to bring this up because for those of you who don't know, who don't subscribe to the YouTube channel for whatever reason, you should. We actually are reviewing Star Wars Resistance episodes as they're released. So
I don't know if we should call them reviews though, because they end up going 22 minutes.
That's true. It's like a reaction video.
We're basically doing a running commentary.
Yeah.
With no nutritional value at all.
Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. We do a running commentary of Star Wars Resistance as they're released. Just buckle in, enjoy them as you're watching the show or after you've watched the episode and you're trying to, stop the anger from. Yeah, I mean, it's weird stuff, and I've come to be able to appreciate this series more because I can riff about it with you afterward. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be watching it.
Yeah, no, I would have already just stopped.
Which is surprising to me because we're crackheads.
Oh yeah, no, we're junkies. I mean, fuck, I always hated Jar Jar Binks, and I've got so many Jar Jar Binks toys because I have to buy them.
So you can always check those out. They're a lot of fun, even if the show isn't. Where's the news about this? I don't get it.
I think they're actually being smart about it and trying to keep a tight lid on it. Well, because the series has been off the air for how many years now? And in
like 5?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
6?
5 or 6. It's been off the air.
Has it been so long?
Yeah, unless you count the lost episodes, which was the lost season and blah blah blah. But I think all they're doing right now is just playing it safe, playing it smart, and just building anticipation for it. Because I mean, this is supposed to be the final season. This is how everything ends. Like, why do a typical Disney thing of giving everything away from the get-go when you can build anticipation?
Yeah. Do you remember how many episodes were in a season?
I want to say like 12 to 15, possibly 18. I don't remember offhand.
I'm going to look really quick.
Like, I would just... Especially once it was on Netflix.
Dude, there were 20 in season 5. 20 episodes.
Was there? Oh, okay. So I was way off. Yeah.
Awesome.
I would just hit play on Netflix and just go to town.
That's effectively 20 or 10 hours of Clone Wars.
Yeah, I would do it.
I mean, that's awesome.
Like days where I was like super hungover and couldn't get off the couch. Oh yeah. I spent it with the Clone Wars.
I don't think I fully understood how much Clone Wars that actually is. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stoked for this now. Yeah, I'm just
go back and actually rewatch them before this comes out.
Yeah. I don't know. It was announced before The Mandalorian. It was announced before Star Wars Resistance even aired. And we haven't heard shit about it. I want to know. I want details. When is it going to be released? Where is it going to be released? And I want to know how. I want to know the tubes down the internet hole that it's going to be going in so it can stream and splurge right over my face with all its Clone Wars goodness.
Yeah. They just need to do another poster like that. Just real stark, just in-your-face poster with just a month. Mm-hmm. That's it. Or even like a quarter. Like what quarter it's going to come out in.
Or just like hashtag patience, bitches. Like something. I just want something.
Yeah.
You can't tease us with that Comic-Con footage and then just go fucking dark. And they did. All right, feelings being hurt here. What do we have next here? So
this one's a fun one.
What's that?
I said this is a fun one. I'm looking forward to this book coming out.
So I finally got around to reading Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised at how much it connected. It had connective tissue to Last Shot and to Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course it will, because it has, Kira and Solo and everything. But like the droid storyline,
Holy shit! I know, right?
like they're making the droids. I love it. I can't articulate how I feel because there's so much running through my head. But there's a factional storyline that is running through the Star Wars universe that we've never tapped into and never even considered before.
No.
And that is the droid struggle.
Yeah.
And as I was watching Rogue One today, and I was watching Cassian tell K2SO, we need a map. And K2 is like, I'm sure there won't be one just lying on the floor. And he's like, you know what you have to do. And K2 is like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to, like, cannibalize another droid's brain because he has this independence that these other droids don't have. And through the lens of Most Wanted, Last Shot, and Solo,
Shit's heavy.
like, there's so much there about the droid. Like, I'm woke. I am droid woke.
Yeah.
Hashtag droid woke.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, oh my god. It was, Most Wanted was the one with Lando in it, right?
Yeah.
Or was that Last Shot?
No, so Last Shot was Lando and Han going
Yeah.
back in time in 3 different periods.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, that whole story arc with not K2SO, L3, holy shit. Yeah, if you guys haven't read that book, seriously read it. You're going to have an all new appreciation for L3. Even if you didn't like her, for whatever dumb fucking reason, like whole new appreciation for that droid.
Like that opened up the world to like Solo. If you never read any of the books and you just watched the movies, like Solo opened up the world of droid rights, and then Last Shot was all about it. Like it was knee deep into droid rights. And everything else is tangentially sort of leading to that Last Shot finale. But it is so good, and to know that these creatures can become self-aware and build themselves into whatever form they want to be, okay, this is going to sound weird, but it parallels like a transhuman's journey of discovering who you really are versus what everyone is telling you are. And it's a weird way to do it, but...
Again, get L3. She was a fucking astromech. She was like R2D2 when she was first created. So I mean, yeah, it's insane to think about that stuff.
It's heavy as hell. And the thing is they don't like force feed you to take that direction of it. But if you're like, what I love to do is obviously relate real life to these fantasies so I can enjoy them on a deeper level. Like, that's exactly how I see it. And I'm just like, this is amazing. Like, this is absolutely an amazing way of telling a story that is so powerful and affecting so many human beings. Like, and of course, Star Wars has to be that vehicle, and it works so beautifully.
It's always been a social commentary.
Yeah, I just love it so much. But like to this book, I've never been a massive droid fan, especially with like the battle droids. I just don't really care. But I do love the primary droid characters. Oop, shit.
Get a little ahead of yourself there, Adam. Said 5 photos.
I can't count.
It's a fun book. It breaks down the different droids. It gets into schematics. It's a fun thing. I mean, it's got an article on gonk droids, so I mean that's just rocking.
That's great. What's your favorite droid scene in a movie? Just in a movie.
Like it's funny because I'm obsessed with them. But when the gonk droid's getting tortured, like the hot irons hitting its feet,
Me too.
Like that's my favorite, and it should be because I love those droids.
No, Return of the Jedi, man. When he's bringing in C-3PO, and he's like, "You'll do great as a translator" or something. The master had a problem with the last one, and then it shows that guy being ripped apart, and then it closes the scene with the droid being turned upside down and burning his feet. Fucking brilliant.
That's horrible, but it's awesome. It's funny.
It's weird that torture is like the best scene for droids.
I know, it's so horrible, but it's so cute.
And then it just cuts scene right to the Jabba's little party room with all the music and everything. It's just like, no, that's torture. Like, it was torturing him. And C-3PO was horrified. And we're just like, yeah! So fucked up. But that droid, the last protocol droid, or translator droid, that was being ripped apart, looked so much like a skeleton in my twisted head. I was just like, oh, cool! Like, you know, skeletons and stuff. And even though I knew, like, logically it was a droid, it still looked like some weird medieval torture device with a skeleton. I don't know. I'm fucked up. I liked it. It was good. Okay, you want to move over to toys now?
Yeah.
Since I already teased it.
Yes. If you can get to it.
Funko Pops! Have you collected any of these? I'm going to say that's a yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's safe to say. Like, to the point where I've actually done trade work with people for special pops. So,
really? Yeah. Which one?
And I actually have like some blank ones outside that I'm going to sculpt into my own.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with them.
What are you
I try not to
into?
get them anymore, but yeah, I love them.
What are you going to make?
Well, I've the one that I'm working on right now. It's I'm gonna make a Visa Smar.
Who's that? Oh, dude.
That's Darth Nihilus' apprentice in Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, okay.
It's the pale chick with the face covering.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Okay. It's been a decade or more since I've fucking played that game.
It's been like 6 years.
Feels much longer.
Maybe.
Well, that's cool. I've never gotten into these Funko Pops, so I've never really understood
safe.
the draw. But
That's safe. I just like them because they're just little toys you can have. And biggest thing, like, I'm obsessed with bobbleheads, and a lot of them are
really?
bobbleheads. So it was like a very easy transition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good on you.
I dig them. I mean, none of these interest me. I mean, maybe if it was the Fulcrum Ahsoka, then I'd probably buy it. Just because I haven't seen one of those.
Yeah.
They're cool. They've got a few Yodas.
Gotta be. I do like the fact that they're all the Clone Wars era, though. That's kind of cool. So it's nice that they're not just doing the characters, but they're doing the characters in different eras.
Yeah.
To sell more.
But hey, people fucking buy them up.
Yeah. These are the ones that I'm crazy excited for.
Yeah, so, the battle droid.
Well, not specifically.
I'm really excited for this shit. Like the new Black Series. Like, have you seen any of the other Black Series? Like up close and personal.
Oh well, I mean, I have the Darth Vader one, but other than that, I haven't really examined the other ones. I'm waiting for a Return of the Jedi Luke, where he's in his black.
Oh yeah,
like that's
in the Black Series. That's the way to do it. Such high detail, beautifully packaged. Like even the small figures are amazing. Like that's my Darth Plagueis that I have. It's the little bitty one, but still absolutely amazing. But yeah, awesome. Mace fucking Windu as a Black Series toy.
And they do like this face scan, so they really get the details.
Yeah, so Black Series. Oh man, I love it.
But I'm terrified of taking them out of the box and like posing.
Well, you don't take them out of the box. You hang them on your wall and look at them.
So I got to get 2 of them, so I can take one out of the. I want to play with it, like the child I am.
Fair enough.
So Poe Dameron, he was supposed to die originally in The Force Awakens, and then people liked him, so they kept him around. I don't really like his story arc so far, so I'm hoping he comes to terms with it or whatever. But man,
yeah, second movie was pretty uneventful.
He was badass in the first, though.
Mm-hmm.
When he came in and rescued them all at Maz Kanata's castle, God, he was just kicking ass. Great stuff though, man. It just looks really cool. I love the attention to detail is like the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I look at these and I'm just reflecting on my childhood, I'm imagining that those Hasbro toys were the same. But when you actually compare them side to side, you're like, oh no,
not even remotely. But you still love them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's so great. Okay, what do we have next here?
Next one. Next one's the one I'm... Oh, no, never mind. That's the R2.
This is the Dagobah R2.
I've got like 30 R2s, but I don't have the Dagobah R2, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Swamp shit all over him. Gotta love that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they were re-releasing
Chewie.
Yeah, because there was already a Black Series Chewie.
Sausage fingers and everything.
Oh.
It's great.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's one. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
The Geonosian Arena. I mean, granted, I would have liked to see the battle damaged one, but whatever. It's still cool as shit. I know.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm stoked for that book to come out too.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
great. Wait, the book.
Padme.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be great. But yeah, like Natalie Portman's just awesome. Like as a human, she's great. So I love seeing her in figure form as Padme. Like, just so cool. And such a powerful character.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
she's also a pervert, but whatever. Everybody's just got their flaws.
Yeah. I really enjoyed her cameo in the Forces for Change series when her and Anakin sort of got into trouble. It was just a really nice, with Ahsoka, it was a nice little moment in that little short series. Just to see her again and be a powerful advocate for women. It was cool. Yeah. All right, let's talk a little video game news.
Yeah, and this is one as soon as I found out about it, I was super excited, and I still haven't played them yet.
Oh, really?
It's nice. I haven't had a chance. But yeah, and the great part about, well, I guess we should probably announce, Grievous is now a playable character in Battlefront 2. So, yay! But the best part is that the actor, whose name I wrote down and can't find right now, the original Grievous voice actually came back for the video game.
Which is very freaking cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, just a lot more authentic.
Yeah, anytime you get consistency in the portrayal of a character, I think it's important. I really like the concept of Grievous. I always had the problem when he crawls. I really don't like that. I don't know what it is.
I get it. He's going faster that way.
I guess I don't. It really bugs me. I don't even know why. It's a stupid thing to be bugged about, but it really bothers me seeing him crawl. I saw a video of him in the game, like in-game footage of crawling, and I was just like, ugh, no, not for me. Can't do it.
All the teasers I've seen, I'm anxiously awaiting the moment that I get to play him.
So if there's another Jedi facing off against him, can they cut off his hands or his arm?
I don't know.
I want to do that.
That'd be cool.
Pull a fucking Obi-Wan, which is coming next, by the way.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I don't know much about this game, but I do know that Obi-Wan is coming after this. So, awesome. I can't believe we flew through all this already.
Yeah, I know. That was quick. And I wasn't even on most of it.
With some problems and everything. Okay, I want to talk about rumors then, since we have a little bit of time.
Yeah, let's do this.
So, there was tons of rumors when Force Awakens was in production. There's tons of rumors with Last Jedi in production. You can argue that it may have ruined it for some people. But there's a rumor that Adam Smith, the actor who played Doctor Who was brought into the next Star Wars Episode 9, is going to be playing Sheev Palpatine.
Really? I hadn't heard that one yet.
There's a rumor that it's going to be... And I was thinking about this, and I was listening to a Collider Jedi Council podcast, or The Rule of Two, or something. It was a Jedi Council podcast, or something like that, on Collider Network. And they were saying that a possibility for that, and I tend to agree that this would probably be the only possibility, because I don't see them doing a Dark Empire type thing where the Emperor comes back. But I think that they could explore the back history of Snoke with some aside of a younger Palpatine. And that's why there would be a Palpatine there. Because Snoke, of course, said in The Force Awakens, maybe in just the novelization.
It was just in the novelization.
Yeah, so he was saying that, he watched the rise and fall of the Empire. And he knew why it failed. And so it would make sense that if JJ instructed that to be a narrative, that he would come back to that idea. And they've already done Force flashbacks, and then they did verbal flashbacks. So why wouldn't they do an exploration flashback to finish the character that JJ started by giving some context to him.
That'd be great closure.
Even if it's like the corruption, because and here's a couple things that it connects to. Snoke and Luke Skywalker knew each other. They were running around the galaxy where they ran into each other through the novels, in both of their journey to understand the Force together. And Snoke used Luke, manipulated his mind to, in part, convince him that it was bad to go away, according to the novelization. That was underplayed by Luke's own stuff, but I believe, if memory is serving me right, Snoke claimed that it was him that sent him away or corrupted him in some way. Anyway, so I would love to see that interaction with Snoke and Luke, because we know Luke's coming back. He's already been announced as appearing. And then we don't know the context of how Palpatine came to any Force knowledge of anyone. How did he become in control of the First Order? Like, where did he come from?
You mean the Empire?
And so, what's that?
Oh, wait, never mind.
A vampire? Did you say a vampire?
No, Empire.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, maybe he had some interaction with Palpatine, a younger Palpatine, at a younger age, and maybe it was Snoke that sent that thought into his head about the dark forces in the outer rim of the galaxy. The dark side of the Force powers emanate from there. And maybe it's because that's where he was going to study himself. Maybe they were schoolmates or something. Somehow there's got to be some connection. And I don't say that the Emperor has to be in it. I think that's an interesting way of sort of connecting Snoke with the galaxy as far as time frame comes. But it would be interesting if you're going to tie together every series, and the first series is about Palpatine and the second series is about Palpatine as the ultimate bad guy. Why would the third series not have a connection to him? That's the perfect tie-in. So what do you think? Do you think it's possible? Do you think there's another way of doing it?
Yeah, I could totally see it. I mean, he's an excellent actor, so I think that'd be great. As disappointed as I would be that he's not playing Grand Admiral Thrawn, that'd be all right. That'd allow a young Palpatine. Yeah. I probably wouldn't shake my fist too much.
I'm holding out that, as we mentioned in a previous episode, that there's going to be a Chiss trilogy. I'm holding out or a TV series. Now that we know they're doing series, multiple different types of series for Star Wars, the Chiss series would be amazing.
Oh yeah, it's all unexplored shit. So I mean, they can go anywhere with it.
And that's where you have the audience, like the hardcore fans that have watched the cartoons, that know who Thrawn is. They've read the novels growing up. They want more. Like, that would be the format, instead of trying to a wider audience explain, oh, there's a species you never knew about. Oh, and it's Thrawn, who's like this super badass. Let's give a little context to him. Oh yeah, the planet that he's coming from is like invading, or whatever the storyline ends up being. I mean, that would be like, you wouldn't have to do all that setup, or at least not as much of it, if you just did it through the TV series or a TV series. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh boy. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay, so that's one rumor. Do you think Luke is going to have a heavy presence in this final chapter, or is he just going to sort of be the Obi-Wan character for Rey?
Now, if they're going to go with flashbacks, I would imagine it would be a little bit of both, he'd be pretty heavy, but it'd be both sides of being like a Force ghost, as well as flashbacks of younger Luke Skywalker, maybe showing more of the connection to Snoke, more of the exploration and his ultimate exile. I mean, they kind of went over it, but we still don't quite know how the fuck he ended up where he did.
Yeah, because I was thinking,
it's not the best of my recollection.
If you just watched the movie and you didn't read any of the books or comics or anything, I don't even think you would necessarily know that Luke knew and met Snoke. Like, I don't think that was ever alluded to at all. Yeah. Like, you would not
that I can think of.
And you would think the sole reason why Luke left is because he almost killed his nephew, who then destroyed his temple and presumably murdered half of his students and took the other half. So that's all that you really know about it. And that, logically to me, for the Luke Skywalker character that we know and love doesn't make sense. So there has to be something more that we're not knowing about. And this is that chance through flashbacks to really dive deep and pay it off. And then make people love The Last Jedi because now it explains it. You know, so at least bridge that logic gap that exists currently. And I mean, it's a tall order, but I would love half the movie to be devoted just to flashback. Like it.
Well,
that's it.
This being the final movie in this saga, supposedly, possibly, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Like it would warrant it. It'd be fine. Like I don't think anybody would really throw too much of a fit, and it would make sense. So.
I mean, even if it was like a quarter. What I don't want to happen, and I would be so disappointed, if Luke is just chopped up to being a ghost sitting on a log, talking to Rey, and then a ghost showing up to piss off Kylo, and that's it. And
I'm zapping him.
No, dude. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that would be.
I didn't even consider that. I would be so upset if fucking Luke zaps Kylo, and it's all just like, "Ow! What are you doing? See you around, kid. This is my daily zap. See you tomorrow." Fuck.
Yeah, that'd be some bullshit.
Oh man, I didn't even consider that. We've got to leave that tangent because that's going to bother me to no end. So right now, there's leaked Hollywood information that I can't believe we haven't talked about yet. But J.J. Abrams is being courted by a major company about investing in their movie properties, TV properties, and fucking amusement park properties. So that could be WB, it could be Universal, or it could be Disney. Logic tells me it must be Disney that is trying to lock him down and say, look, you've already created 2 of these wonderful movies. How about you take over ownership and, you know, see them out in multiple different whatever. Yeah. We'll be your number one production company so you can do your own little projects too, but we want you to sort of be the caretaker for this moving forward.
Oh my God. If Disney's money went to Bad Robot, oh, that'd be so amazing.
Hey, like, can I ask you something? Do you know anything about Bad Robot?
Yeah.
So can I ask you?
Production. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but the name Bad Robot. So at the end of every Bad Robot show, it has the little logo come up, and little kids go Bad Robot. I was watching Iron Giant like yesterday with my daughter and our puppy, and I'm gonna throw her into every conversation. And he was like the little kid was talking to the Iron Giant, which is a giant robot, and he's like, "No, Bad Robot, stay!" And I was just like, "Wait a second, where have I ever heard anyone ever say Bad Robot before? Is there a connection between JJ's love of Iron Giant and by extension that producer director and his production company's name, Bad Robot?"
I have no idea.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
I wish I could say something more, but yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever see Iron Giant?
Huh?
Did you ever see that movie?
No. Well, I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't actually watched the entire movie.
Nah. I mean, it's a heart movie, but it's definitely it holds up. It's great. Okay, well, I was just wondering. I was hoping that there would be a connection. I don't know why we're still on this because we don't need to be. Yeah, so, I mean, there's so much Star Wars stuff coming down the pipeline. We've always had novels planned out, and that's not going to stop. We've always had comics, even though I think there was a time between Marvel and Dark Horse that there was like a weird shift.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like a vacuum. But there's always been that. Now we know there's always going to be TV shows, and we have TV series, like not cartoons, but live action series in the works. Do you think that they're going to just slow down the big budget films release because they don't have anything announced for 2020? They just have next year's 2019 for episode 9, and that's it.
No, I think I don't know. Like, I want to say they're probably being smart and giving us a little bit of a refractory period after the following movie or the final movie. But I don't think they'll ever stop with the big budget films. I just don't think it'll be once a year all of the Marvel movies and stuff.
Do you think they'll do like a movie in 2019, Mandalorian, breaking between 2019 and early 2020? Then they announce the next movie for 2021, and then so like it'll be like a TV series movie, TV series season movie. Do you think they'll do it like that?
I think that'd be best. It'd be, because that's the biggest thing with the whole Marvel shit right now is it's just so daunting. Like if you want to bring people in that want to just binge all of it, you space shit out, it's going to be so much easier. I mean, with Marvel, you've got the Netflix series, you've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you got 1 to 2 movies a year, and then 10 years of backstories. It's a daunting task to try to be current with it.
Yeah.
So,
Josh.
Well, hopefully.
Josh in the chat room is saying that there's going to be alternating Star Wars and Avatar movie releases. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That sucks because I'm not excited at all for Avatar, but I'm stoked for possibility
Still haven't
of Star
seen
Wars. Oh, you haven't seen the first one?
I've never seen it. It was one of those ones. It's just like Sharknado. Like it's no. Hear me out. Okay, so it's right up my alley. Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah.
Fucking aliens and just shitty sci-fi movie. Like both up my alley. The problem is I was so fucking late to the game that with all the hype, I knew there's no way in hell it could live up to what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
And with Avatar, honestly, I think that's the only way I'd ever see it is if they did another, limited screen release where it was in 3D, like in theaters. Yeah. Then I'd probably go see it. I don't know. I don't know. Josh, so much hype.
Yeah.
It's be ruined for me.
Josh does a really wonderful job of summing it up in a phrase. All eye candy, Fern Gully meets Dances with Wolves.
See, that's what everybody told me. Fern Gully and Dances with Wolves.
That's funny. I never thought about the Fern Gully part. I like, for what it is, I enjoyed it. I'm just not really looking forward to the other ones. Like, especially when you have the Mandalorian coming out, and now Cassian Andor's spy thriller coming out in Star Wars. Why would I ever go see a stupid movie again? Like, I'm going to be on my couch in boxers with, like, popcorn crumbs on my chest and like a neck beard. Like, I'm not gonna fucking go anywhere.
That just sounds like my everyday.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm concerned, and this will be like my last question to you. I'm concerned that they are going to burn us out with visuals in between the Mandalorian and the Cassian Andor series. And any potential, like the cartoons, because we have the Clone Wars coming and we have Resistance ongoing as far as we know. And so that's 4 TV series, plus whatever. We know there's a trilogy from Rian Johnson coming. We know there's a trilogy from Benioff and Weiss coming. And we have Episode 9 coming. Like, I'm genuinely concerned that we're going to be burned out on Star Wars. And not the solo flopping in box office burned out because it wasn't promoted and it was released too soon after Last Jedi. Like, there's so much going on. We're going to have to choose which one to watch.
No.
Okay, well.
No. I don't have kids. I've got a very lenient boss. I think if I, accidentally took 2 or 3 days off to get caught up on a show so I could watch the next show before the next movie, I think I'd be okay.
That's a good laugh, man. I dig it.
Yeah, no, I do hope that they're going to space everything out. Like, that's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because even Netflix, even with, just their Defenders saga with the 4 standalones and the Defenders as a whole, like, even though it's all just immediately you get a season, they're still giving enough of a bridge in between that, you can sit there and fester in it and like, oh, fuck, what's the next one? Instead of being like, oh, my God, I got fucking 80 episodes to watch to understand what's going on.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Another mild concern of mine, it's not going to bug me, but I know it'd be a potential bug for the casual viewer to get into this stuff, is not understanding the different eras in time in the Star Wars timeline that all these different properties are happening. Because it's Return of the Jedi, then The Mandalorian, then Star Wars Resistance, and then go way back like 50 plus years to the Clone Wars, and then way back into the future like 90 years for Star Wars Episode 9. Like, that's a lot of jumping around to try to figure in your head. Like, we were just struggling when we first watched Resistance, going like, wait, when is this happening? Like, how, when, what? And we're like massive fans. So if we're like that, imagine any like random person coming in, oh, is Luke in this? What do you mean it's before he was born? But he's already died. You know, like, I don't know. It's a weird, it's a big jump. Lots of jumps.
I do wonder how they're going to iron that out.
Or just not address it and say, fuck it.
Or
if you love it, you watch it.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, oh, we're Disney. You like this. Just eat it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. Thank you, everyone, tuning in the chat. It's always great to see what you have to say and to just see your name pop up. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a website, theinfernalbrotherhood.com, and if you want to submit a video of you saying, I am a scruffy-looking Nerf herder, well, you can do that by shooting us an email at theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com, or, you know, send us the same email, like a video file or a WeTransfer, or put it on your Google Drive or OneDrive and just email us through that Gmail account, and we'll get it somehow. It'll be fun. We play them on the main shows the second half of the month, so look forward to that. And then, I don't know, am I missing anything?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well,
maybe, probably.
Potentially. Until we can speak of Star Wars and all things that are Jar Jar Binks again, may the Force be with you.
Hi, guys.
I was expecting like a quip or something.
Yeah, my notebook's on the other side of the room.
Damn.
Oh, I know, I really screwed the pooch with this episode.
Speaking of pooches, now I got another one we got to tack on to the end of this.
Hell yeah, we should totally redo this video.
Princess Mimi.